Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, you've definitely seen these online, right? Get $20 free, or maybe 50 free spins, no deposit needed.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into exactly that, the no deposit casino bonus, or the NDB.
It's a fascinating one.
It really sounds like the perfect deal, doesn't it? A chance to win actual money without spending, a single cent of your own.
That's the hook.
But we all kind of know that free often comes with strings attached, usually buried somewhere in the terms and conditions.
Always.
So our mission today is pretty straightforward. We want to cut through the hype, pull out the real pros, and then really analyze the, let's call them strategic constraints that the casinos put on these things.
Right, so you, the listener, can figure out if chasing an NDB is actually worth your time.
Exactly. Is it a genuine opportunity or just, well, clever marketing?
Well, let's start right at the beginning. What is a no-deposit bonus? Simply put, it's free credits or maybe free spins that an online casino gives you.
Just for signing up.
Just for signing up. You don't need to give them bank details, no deposit required. That's the key.
And that core appeal, winning real money without putting any skin in the game, that's obviously why they're so popular.
Absolutely. But here's the thing that often gets missed. The casino isn't just being generous here. They're actually purchasing something valuable from you.
Oh, what's that?
Your registration data, your email, maybe your phone number, and your attention, your time spent on their site. It's a marketing cost for them, pure and simple.
Okay. That reframing is really important. It's not a gift, it's a transaction.
Precisely.
Okay, so keeping that in mind, let's unpack the upside for the player. Beyond just the headline of free cash, I mean, the biggest advantage has got to be that it is genuinely risk-free, right?
Me too.
For someone totally new to online casinos, this is like a sandbox. You can figure out how slots work, learn basic strategy for a table game, maybe understand odds a bit better.
Yeah, without that constant fear of watching your own money disappear while you're just learning the ropes.
Right. Or even for experienced players, maybe trying a new game variant they wouldn't normally risk cash on.
Exactly. Think of it as a free trial.
Yeah.
But, from the casino's point of view, it's also about qualifying you.
How so?
They want you to actually use the platform. Are you logging in, clicking around, trying in the games? The NDB lets you test them, too. Is the website smooth? Is the app easy to use?
Do they have the games you actually like?
Right. And is customer support any good if you run into an issue? You check all that before you even think about depositing your own money.
That makes sense. It's a two-way street for testing. And it's also great for just, well, exploring.
Definitely.
Maybe you usually just play slots, but you're curious about, I don't know, video poker or those live dealer games. You can use those free credits to sample a bunch of different things. Find out what you actually enjoy without opening your wallet.
Yeah, kind of lowers the barrier to entry, makes it more accessible, especially if you're on a tight budget or maybe just cautious about spending online.
It lets anyone get a taste of that casino thrill without that upfront financial commitment.
Exactly. Takes the pressure off.
Okay, so that's the shiny side. Risk-free play, a chance to explore, maybe win a little cash. Seems pretty good.
Sounds good.
But here's where things get complicated. We heard from one player, actually, who thought he'd hit a decent win with a free bonus, something like almost $800.
Wow. Okay.
But after he navigated all the rules, the fine print, his actual payout was closer to $75.
Ouch. Yeah, that sounds about right.
So let's dig into how that happens, because this is where the casino really protects itself.
Right. This is the reality check.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings us straight to the number one constraint, the infamous wagering requirement.
Okay, wagering requirements. Everyone sees that term, but what does it actually mean in practice? If I get, say, a $20 bonus, what happens next?
Okay, so it's basically a multiplication rule. The casino gives you that $20 bonus, right?
Yeah.
But they'll attach, let's say, a 30x wagering requirement to it.
30 times.
Yeah, which means you, the player, have to place a total of $600 in bets. That's the $20 bonus multiplied by 30 before that original $20. Or, crucially, any money you won using it can actually be withdrawn.
Hold on, so I have to bet $600 just to potentially unlock maybe $20 plus some winnings?
Correct. You have to gamble that bonus amount over and over again, 30 times in this example.
That seems incredibly high, especially for a casual player just trying things out. Is the point basically to make it so hard to withdraw that most people just give up or run out of time?
Honestly, from the casino's perspective, yeah, largely. It's about keeping you playing retention and limiting their financial exposure. If the requirement was really low, like maybe 10x, they'd lose money too often on these offers.
So setting it at 30x, or sometimes I see 40x, even 50x.
Exactly. It's a calculated risk for them.
Yeah.
It ensures only the really dedicated, or frankly, the really lucky players actually manage to clear that hurdle. Think of it like needing to spend a huge amount just to redeem a tiny coupon.
Okay, wow. But let's say you do manage it. You get lucky, you play through the $600 in bets. You're not necessarily home free then either, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's often another catch.
You got it. That brings us to the second big hurdle, limited withdrawals, or maximum cash-out caps.
Right, so even if you meet the wagering, they can still limit how much you win. Why do that? If I beat the wagering and won, say, $500 fair and square, wouldn't they want me to cash it out and feel good, maybe deposit more later? Seems kind of short-sighted.
It does seem counterintuitive, but think back to what we said earlier. They see the NDB as a fixed marketing cost.
Okay.
They might be willing to potentially lose, say, a maximum of $100 for each player they attract with this bonus. So if you manage to turn that bonus into $500, the terms and conditions might state that the maximum withdrawal from that specific bonus play is capped at $100.
So the other $400.
It just disappears. It's forfeited. They're basically capping their guaranteed loss per customer acquired through that promotion. They want you to have fun, maybe stick around, but they don't want to risk handing out huge unexpected jackpots off a zero deposit.
That is quite something. So you could genuinely hit a really lucky streak, meet the wagering, and still see most of your winnings just vanish because of a line in the T&Cs.
Absolutely. And the restrictions don't even stop there.
Oh, what else?
Well, very often you'll find significant game restrictions.
Meaning
Your free bonus money, or especially free spins, might only be valid on certain games, often just one specific slot machine.
and probably not the most popular one or the one with the best payout rate.
Usually, yeah. They might steer you towards slots with a slightly lower return to player, or RTP, and you almost certainly won't be allowed to use bonus funds on games with a very low house edge like blackjack.
Why block games like blackjack?
Because a skilled player can play blackjack very close to break-even strategy for a long time. It would be too easy to just grind through that high wagering requirement without much risk.
Ah, okay. So they force you onto games where the odds are more clearly in the casino's favor to meet the requirement.
Exactly. It tilts the balance back towards them.
Yeah.
And then, tied into all this are the time limits.
Right, the expiry dates.
Yeah. Most NDBs expire really quickly. Sometimes it's just 48 hours. Often it's maybe a week at most.
And if you don't use the bonus and meet the wagering requirements before that deadline,
You lose it all. The bonus credits vanish, and any winnings you'd accumulated from them are gone too. Poof. It turns that risk-free offer into something quite time-pressured. You have to commit serious playtime quickly.
which brings us to, I guess, this sort of elephant in the room, the risk that some offers aren't just restrictive, they might be genuinely misleading, right?
Unfortunately, yes. While many casinos are legitimate, some less scrupulous operators might use these NDBs purely as bait to get your details, maybe hope you deposit later, while hiding really unfair rules, deep and complex terms.
So trust becomes absolutely critical.
It's paramount, which leads us nicely into how you can actually navigate this, make the most of these offers if you decide to try one.
Okay, actionable tips. What's the number one thing?
It sounds boring, but it's absolutely essential.
Right.
Read
Mm-hmm.
terms, conditions.
Every single word.
Well, you need to become like a TNC detective.
Yeah.
Look specifically for those key numbers we talked about.
Yeah.
What is the wagering requirement? Is it 30x? 50x? Lower is always better.
Okay.
What's the maximum withdrawal limit? Higher is obviously better there. Which games are actually eligible? Can you play games you like? And crucially, what's the expiration date? How long do you realistically have?
Treat it like deciphering a code.
Exactly. And because that code can be complex and because trust is such a big issue, the second tip is vital. Choose reputable casinos.
Meaning stick to the known brands, the
Yeah.
ones with proper licenses.
Look for casinos licensed by recognized authorities, like the UK Gambling Commission or Malta Gaming Authority, for example. Read independent reviews. See what other players are saying.
This is where, I guess, third-party review sites and communities can be really helpful. They
Yeah.
often do that T&C digging for you.
Absolutely critical. They can flag unfair terms or highlight casinos with a good track record for actually paying out winnings, even from bonuses. A licensed, well-reviewed casino provides some assurance that the rules won't just change suddenly, and that if you do meet the conditions, you'll get paid.
Okay, good advice. What else?
I think a big one is managing your expectations. Mentally frame it correctly.
How so?
Don't go into an NDB thinking it's your ticket to quick riches or a guaranteed way to build a big bankroll. It's usually not.
View it more as.
View it primarily as entertainment, a free trial period, a chance to learn the casino's layout, try some games for fun. If you happen to navigate all the hurdles and cash out $50, great. Treat that as a lucky bonus, not the main goal.
So have fun, learn, and if you win a little, consider it a perk.
Precisely. And one very practical tip, linked to those time limits we mentioned,
Yeah.
keep track of the expiration dates. Seriously, when you claim a bonus, put a reminder on your phone or calendar immediately.
Ah, good one. So you don't do all the work of meeting the wagering only to miss the cash-out deadline by a day.
Exactly. Don't let all that effort go to waste because you forgot the cutoff.
Okay, so let's try and sum this up for everyone listening. No deposit bonuses.
Okay.
They are genuinely appealing, aren't they? They offer this unique, truly risk-free way to step into an online casino, play some games, explore the platform.
They absolutely do. But, and it's a big but, they are a very tightly controlled marketing strategy from the casino side.
They're effectively paying a small price, the bonus value, capped potential winnings in exchange for your data and your time commitment, hoping you'll stick around.
Right, so the recommended mindset. Approach them with, let's say, a balanced perspective. Enjoy the free play, use it to explore, learn the ropes.
But don't expect it to be an easy path to riches. Understand those wagering requirements, the cash-out caps, the game limits, the time pressure. They are designed to be challenging.
Treat it like a high-stakes free trial, not a guaranteed win.
And maybe a final thought here. Given how complex those T&Cs can be, and how casinos sometimes tweak these offers, changing that wagering from 30x one week to 50x the next.
Yeah, they do shift the goalposts.
It really highlights the value of collective knowledge, doesn't it? Relying on platforms or communities that constantly track these offers, decode the fine print, and share real experiences.
It's almost essential. They act like translators, helping you spot genuinely fair offers at trustworthy casinos, and just as importantly, steer clear of those potential hidden traps. Finding reliable insights can save you a lot of frustration.
Absolutely. A crucial point to end on. Thanks for breaking that all down.
My pleasure. It's a tricky landscape out there.